Hello, my name is Professor Ishdrasnishnikdrabakusnishnistatrimishta. Today, I bring you new tutorial from Music Theory 101. Yes. Today, we teach you how to use melody for pad. Yes. We taught you how to do chords for pad, pad for chords. Now we teach you how to use melody over pad. Because chords in pad not enough for music. Yes? So today we're going to give you formula to use for pad. Put melody over pad. Today is part 1. Next day will be part 2. Not tomorrow. Next day we come back, okay? We've been experimenting with this pad thing, and today we know we can give you this, yes? Now, let's get into the studio and check out how to do this, yes?
Hey guys, so on the last lesson I told you I was gonna go into inversions, chord inversions, and today I might as well get into that now that I'm gonna just create a chord progression up on a minor scale, and I'm gonna use this little fella here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go first, then fourth, then 7, then third, then 6, then second, then 5th, and then 1st. So I'm just gonna write that down. You guys know how to do that. You saw the chords, so I'm gonna pause the video, write that down. I'll be right back. So this is what I end up with following that. So if I just grab my image here. So I start on my 1st, then I go all to my 4th. So I go up there. Then I want to go to my 7, and whoa, it's all the way up there. But yeah, then I want to go to my 3rd there, and then my 6th, then my 2nd, and my 5th, and my 1st again. Right. What happens here is that, well, let's listen. I mean, it's fine, it sounds good and all that, but to make things a bit more stable and more to the dance music ground, where we don't have to go up all the way up there like that, we can simply use inversions. And I usually just go like that and bang, right? Bring this down. So I've just, on this one, I've done second inversion because these two notes went up over the top note. This was just an octave down because I selected all of them. Second inversion here, first inversion here, right? Because the bottom note went over the two top notes, and first inversion here. And what this does is this makes these chords a lower note all like closer together, and that was kind of like my objective. I even can go further and use that would be maybe too low, because I'm thinking of my bass, and my bass can go and follow these low, lower notes in the chord. Because you know how it is with the bass. I mean, if I have my bass going here and then up there, that would be it's not gonna sound good, is it? So this is a good way to stabilize our bass in that way. So it would sound a bit more close together. And it still has the same feel. Right. So going, yeah, today's lesson is not just about that. Obviously, we are going to quickly do a pad over this, and we're gonna talk about the cantus firmus and how it works. So let's do a pad. I don't want to bore you. I'm just gonna do a pad really fast. So I'm gonna pause the video and do that pad. Okay, so I came up with this. Remember, we are in a minor scale, so it's supposed to sound a bit mellow or sad. Right, we can make it sound mystical as well. Remember when I talked about going one semitone from the chords and make it sound a bit different. So we could do something like that. For example, on this note, maybe on this note as well. Yeah, because we gotta still be in the scale. So let me just... Let us finish with G, because, oh yes, we are in G minor, right? G harmonic minor, not natural minor. Okay, that's it. Now we can start working out our melody. Yeah, okay. For our melody, I'm gonna use this same patch, same instrument. I'm just gonna go an octave up so we can see the difference. Hear the difference. Right, so for our melody, let's say octaves, and I'm gonna go by order, right? From the least interesting notes to the more interesting notes. So the least interesting notes are octaves and fifths, and I am basing myself on this pad that I've created. That's why I created a pad. So I'm basing myself on the pad and the scale that I'm in at the moment. So a G harmonic scale. So from the pad and up, right? So if I'm saying the second I'm counting from the pad note. So the second would be this note, right? This would be the second. Okay, because it's the second counting from the pad note. If I was on this note of the pad, the second for this note would be this note, right? Because it's in the scale. You see these blue bits? That means the notes that have blue mean they're in the scale. They're the notes in the scale. The other ones are not in the scale. So when I refer myself to octaves and fifths, then I'm talking about not the second, not the third, not the fourth. I'm talking about the fifths, right? From my pad, the fifths and the eighths. The eighths are the eighths are exactly the same note, right, of the pad, the octaves. Okay, so octaves and fifths are not very interesting. I can show you. Let's do. It's like you don't even notice them, right? Octaves and fifths. So that's the octave and fifth. They're not very interesting. You can use them when writing melody for the pad, but they're not very interesting. Now, after that, number 2, that's the less interesting, right? After that, it's okay to use like once in a while sixths and seconds, right? So second in this case, would be this buddy over here. Second, right? And sixth would be this buddy over here, right? So they're okay here and there. Let's listen to them. Ah, see, they're a bit more interesting than the fifths and the octaves, right? A bit more interesting. They do come out a bit. The fifths and the octaves, I'm not saying don't use them. Use them, yeah, why not? But like, they're not noticeable, okay? So, in order. So now we're on the sixths and the seconds. They kind of sound cool, right? They kind of sound cool. Now I want to show you what comes next and sounds really cool. Much even better than these two buddies, which is the fourths and the sevenths, right? So, fourth, and this is a sixth, so I want a 7, right? That's my 7. So let's listen to the fourth and a 7. See? Sounds good. They come out more. 7s are not really what I like the most on it. What, 4ths? They sound really good. Now, the one note that sounds the better over, and we're doing cantus firmus, right? Counterpoint, right? This is my cantus firmus, and this is the notes that I'm talking about. These the notes that go onto the melody, right? That we can build. So, it's the third. The third is the one that sounds the better. And I like a combination of thirds, fourths, and just a little sixth and a second here and there, right? And the 7, 7 can go with the third and the fourth. But thirds and fourths are like what sounds the better. So let's do a little melody just using thirds and fourths. And we leave, let's leave the sixth there. Remember, 6 and seconds, they sound good as well. Yes, there is one more thing that I didn't talk about. I'll show you in a minute. I just go up an octave. I hate when this happens. What's the matter, buddy? Okay, that's better. Right, so you see that? I want to see that. So it's starting to work out. So thirds and fourths is what I want to focus. You can use the other ones, but the thing is, always focus on the cantus firmus, which is the pad in this case, in the case that we're using. So we're following the pad. On the next episode, we're gonna continue elaborating this melody using the techniques that I talked about, using motifs and repetition. And I'll show you how to carry on doing the melody following the thirds and the fourths, right? And remember, the 6 and seconds, they sound very good as well. And you might have a 7 here and there. So, peace.
Experiment 1, exploded hamster ears. Unfortunately, we need 500 more hamsters. Now, hello, you come back from studio, yes? Good. So, part 1 is done. We have to carry on part 2. Video was getting too long. We do not have enough space. for recording videos so big. Now, you have to give us donation so we can carry on this operation, yes? It will be good business for you and for us, because we know where you live, and if you do not give donation, we will what? What? Oh, right. If you do not give donation, you can like and share. You can like and share this video, that's right. So go do that, okay? Go do that. Now, one more thing, we give you mixing, mastering, and lessons through Skype. So take advantage of that. If you don't want to give donation, you can pay these services. We do this for you. It's very good. It's good price, you know. Yes, lessons is 2 hours, 25 pounds. We've been advertising this wrong, but it's good advertising because we're saying it's more expensive than really is, you know, because we've been saying that it's 25 pounds per hour. It is not. It's 25 pounds for 2 hours. Yes, this was problem from our producer. Our producer is very inexperienced and is now paying for it. Harder, give him harder. Yes, that's it. Now get big dildo. Yes, now forget dildo, just get those cucumbers. So I see you guys next part 2. That will be next episode. Remember to subscribe to this channel and subscribe to the other Portuguese channel if you know Portuguese. If you don't know Portuguese, just learn Portuguese. It's not that hard, just one of the hardest languages in the world to learn. Now, I see you on next Music Theory 101. Спасибо. Пизда, если он штрафил.
My family using albino, and this is going to be the result. So wait no more.